Good morning, everybody. Today I take your literature class. In the previous day, I have already revised chapter 6, the half portion of the story, and I completed that hearing the laughing of the Tenali Raman. Goddess Kali was very much angry, but when Raman told him that if some words about his give him some reasons, then when Raman gave some reasons for his laughing, then Kali was very much pleased, and there was a sparkle seen in his mouth, in his eyes. So after this, I discussed. I am glad, said Raman, sounding relieved. Since you repeated the mantra so well, said Kali, I have something for you. Then Raman said that he was very glad to know the answer of Goddess Kali. And then he was very much relieved. And Goddess Kali told him that if he repeated the mantra several times, he will do something better for him. The goddess stretched out her arms towards Raman. In both her hands there was a bowl. Then at this time the goddess stretched out on her two arms and there was two bowls on his two hands. That is, here is the Goddess Kali told him, here is a bowl of curds and a bowl of milk. On one hand there is a bowl full of curds, and another hand there is a bowl full of milk, said Kali. Take one but choose carefully. The milk will give you much wealth, the curds will bring you great wisdom. You may have either. So Kali told him to choose anyone, take anyone, and that is the milk will give him wealth and curds will bring him great wisdom. Curds gave him wisdom and milk will give him wealth. So Kali told him to choose anyone and take it. Raman did not reach out for the bowls. He looked from one to other. Then he asked, may I taste them first to see which I like, mother? Then he did not go close to the bowls. In the part from apart the bowls, from a farthest corner, he noticed the two bowls. Then he told one after another. Then he asked Goddess Kali that first of all he wanted to taste them. Then after tasting curds and milk, he decided which one he liked and which one he will take. Yes, you may, said the goddess. Goddess told him, yes, appreciated his proposal. Then Raman stepped forward and carefully took a bowl in each hand. Then he jumped backwards and instead of sipping the contents of the bowl, he gulped them down one after the other. Then he took two bowls and he did not sip them. Instead of sipping the contents of the bowl, he gulped them one after another. The things of two bowls, he gulped them. The goddess took in a sharp breath of air. Her eyes flashed and sprang forward to grab the bowls, but they were quite empty. But seeing this, the Goddess Kali was very much strange. He felt very strange, and he then stretched his arms to take the two bowls. But she saw that these two bowls were empty. Kali caught hold of Raman by his hair and lifted him clean off the ground. Kali caught hold of the Raman by his hair. Then Kali caught hold the hair of his hair and lifted him clean off the ground. I told you to taste them, not gulp the lot. She shouted. How dare you? She shouted. I told you to taste them, but not told you to gulp them. Why you gulp the items of two bowls? He shouted. How dare you to take this step? Please, cried Raman, I have a good reason for doing what I did. Let me down and I shall tell you. So Raman told him, please, first of all, I wanted to tell you something and you listen. The goddess let go to the boy's hair and he collapsed in a heap on the floor. Raman stood up and brushed off the dust from his arms and knees. "I am very sorry, mother," he said. "I didn't mean to be cruel. But you see, I had to have both the cards and the milk. One would be no use without the other." Then Raman stood up and he brushed his dust from his clothes and arms. Then he told the goddess Kali that I did not mean to rude, but you see, I had to, that is, Raman told him that he had to have both the cards and the milk. One, he realized after gulping both of them, he realized that one's based on the other. One is worthless without the other. So both was important in his life. Okay, what do you mean, boy? Thundered the goddess. Then the goddess relaxed and he told him, "What do you mean by these words?" "Well, you said that the milk would bring me wealth and the curds would make me wise. No one respects a man who has only wealth. On the other hand, a man with the only wisdom cannot lead a comfortable life." So Raman gave the Kali his reasons, that he told Kali that he told him that wealth, milk brings wealth and cart brings wisdom, wise wisdom. But he gave his reason that no one respects a man who has only wealth. A man only wealth but he has no wisdom, no one respects him. But on the other hand, a wise man, but he has not any wealth, any money, nobody respects him. He has not lead a comfortable life. So both are important in our life. Give this reason. Actually, it is true that in hearing his answer, the goddess Kali was very much pleased. "I see," said Kali, "you really are a bright spark, aren't you? You seem to have an answer for everything and a mind of your own. Well, you may have both these gifts, wisdom and wealth. In time you will become a wise poet. You will use your sense of humor well, but at times this may upset people. And poets do not make much money. So you will have to work for someone. All your wishes will be granted." So goddess Kali was very much satisfied to hear the answers of Raman. So, and he told him that he was actually a true man and he had a mind of his own, and he wished you may have both these gifts. So Kali gifted him both these, wisdom and wealth, and he blessed him that he will become a wise poet and he will use his sense of humor, but at times this may upset people. People are very loves him, and poets do not make much money, but he will have to work for someone. This and this. And then the temple of Kali was silent once again. Raman stared at the idol for a little while longer. Kali no longer did or moved. Then after a moment, he then looked at the goddess Kali and he saw that it was an idol, nothing but an idol. It was not a lively image, lively breathing, lively body. It was nothing but an image. Raman looked at his hands. Where were the bowls? Raman then looked at his both hands, but where are the bowls? There was no bowls at all. He reached forward and left the goddess' feet. He heard smooth stone was cold to the touch. Then he go close to the Kali and touched his both feet. Her both feet. Was this a dream? Thought Raman to himself. Did the goddess really speak to me? Did she give me some milk and cards? Am I really going to be a famous person one day? These questions echoed his mind, that he really, actually it was nothing but a dream, and he saw that where is the bowl, where is the breathing idol, where is the lively goddess. So he thought upon his mind that did goddess really speak? Did she give him some milk and some cards, etc.? And did he become a famous poet one day? Will all this question in his head, Raman hurriedly returned to his warm bed. Then he go back to his warm bed. Only time would tell him if his dream would ever come true. What do you think? And then the author told us that only time told us that if he become a famous poet or not, and is it a dream or a true thing. I means that is it a dream? And in this way the dream Raman go back to his bed and ended his thing, and that is he then go back in his life, in his actual life. Okay, this is the revision of the story. Now I completed the story revision work. Now I revised some word meanings. Okay, then the boy with an answer word meanings. Pampered, to give somebody lots of attention and care. Wit, intelligence. Cheeky, playfully rude or disrespectful. Fascinate, attractive or interesting. Eagerly, with excitement and interest. Reaction, an action taken in response to something. Devotee, a faithful and keen follower of something, a member of a religious group. Again I repeat word meanings. Pampered, to give somebody lots of attention and care. Wit, intelligence. Cheeky, playfully rude or disrespectful. Fascinate, attractive or interesting. Eagerly, with excitement and interest. Reaction, an action taken in response to something. Devotee, a faithful and keen follower of something, a member of a religious group. Okay, these are the word meanings. Now I start question answer. Revise some question answers. First question, who was Raman? Raman was a bright but mysterious boy. Who was Raman? Raman was a bright but mysterious boy. Question number 2, where did Raman live? Raman lived in a small village called Tenali in the kingdom of Vijayanagaram in South India. Again I repeat, where did Raman live? Raman lived in a small village called Tenali in the kingdom of Vijayanagaram in South India. 3. Question number 3. Why was Raman become a spoiled child? Answer. Raman was an only child of his mother. So his mother loved him too much and he was always pampered and became a spoiled child. Again I repeat, why was Raman become a spoiled child? Raman was an only child of his mother. So his mother loved him too much and he was always pampered and became a spoiled child. Okay. Question number 4. Who was Krishna Deva Raya? Krishna Deva Raya was a powerful king of the kingdom of Vijayanagaram. Again I repeat, who was Krishna Deva Raya? Krishna Deva Raya was a powerful king of the kingdom of Vijayanagaram. Question number 5. What kind of ruler Krishna Deva Raya was? Answer. Krishna Deva Raya was a fine and powerful ruler. What kind of ruler was Krishna Deva Raya was? Krishna Deva Raya was a fine and powerful ruler. Question number 6. Why did Raman's mother not send him to school? Answer. Raman's mother thought that the other boys of the school would harm her dear little boy. So she did not send Raman to school. Again I repeat, why did Raman's mother not send him to school? Answer. Raman's mother thought that the other boys of the school would harm her dear little boy. So she did not send Raman to school. 7. Why was Raman become a quite lazy boy? Answer. As he could not go to school, he could wander about all day and be disrespectful to whoever he liked. That's why not being at school made Raman quite lazy. Again I repeat, why was Raman become a quite lazy boy? Answer. As he could not go to school, he could wander about all day and be disrespectful to whoever he liked. That's why not being at school made him Raman quite lazy. Okay. 8. Why did the holy man stop beside the pond? Answer. The holy man stopped beside the pond to take rest for a while. Again, why did the holy man stop beside the pond? Answer. The holy man stopped beside the pond to take rest for a while. 9. When did the holy man notice Raman? Answer. As the holy man sat beside the pond to take rest, he noticed Raman. Answer again, why did the holy man notice Raman? As the holy man sat beside the pond to take rest, he noticed Raman. Pages. So today I completed the discussion of chapter 6, and I again repeated question answers and some word meanings and question answer 1 to 9 I again revised in class. Next day I will repeat other questions and other exercises also. Okay, thank you.